Hey, World Changers, Pastor Ryan here. We have missed every single one of you and continue to pray and think about you guys each and every day. And we're coming to you now with some exciting news about our next step of reopening. So as we gear up for another exciting step in reopening our church services to the public, we continue to show we care in a few new ways. And your care and consideration in following these measures will help show families that we care for them and that we will do all we can to provide opportunities for their kids to find life, freedom, family, and purpose in any situation, event, or circumstance. So with that being said, how we do services and engage with our kids will look a little different during this time. So let's look at some additional ways that we can show that we care for our families and that we are ready for them whenever they are ready to come back. So the first way that I want you to know that you can show that you care is if you're experiencing any illness or symptom of illness, then stay home, okay? And just please notify your pastor or director so they can make adjustments. But I want to empower you, if you're feeling ill or have any symptoms of illness, stay home that week. Now, second way we can show we care and be ready is to be flexible, all right? Be flexible, and here's what I mean. You might need to serve on a week that is not typically your week to serve, or in a role that you don't normally serve in. This whole season is new for all of us, and we'll just all need to chip in and help when and where we can. Now, if you're not comfortable coming back to serve just yet, not a problem. Just let your pastor or director know so that they can plan accordingly. Now, third thing you want to know, be sure to get a ticket anytime you're serving or attending. These tickets will help us with our contact tracing and our capacity tracking. So be sure to go to cfachurch.com to get your tickets. Now, when you arrive to serve, be ready to go through the same check-in process as kids, which will include a ticket check, all right? It'll include a temperature check. Now, it'll also include a pump of hand sanitizer, and then after that, you can go to one of the computers where a guest service leader will check you in and give you a sticker that says you've been checked. After all that, then you can go engage kids in your ministry area. And now when you're serving and engaging kids, remember these added measures. Now, when you are serving and engaging kids, remember these added measures to show we care. One will be to sanitize your hands often. And to help with this, we'll have small hand sanitizers available that you can put in your pocket or sanitizing stations in our lobbies. Now, the second thing is be sure to wear a mask when you're serving. All right, if you don't have a mask, we'll have some that you can use. And remember, with masks, it's even harder to read your body language. So be ready to use larger expressions with your hands and your face to help convey your excitement to see the kids again. Now, third, when you're serving and engaging kids, be sure to greet them with air high fives, elbow bumps, or waves from a distance. And lastly, be sure to practice physical or social distancing whenever possible and encourage the kids to do the same. All right, now I know that was a lot to take in, so let's recap. If you're sick, stay home. If you're serving, get a ticket, all right, and be ready to serve on off weeks or in new roles. And then upon arriving to serve, go through the same check-in process as the kids with a ticket check, a temperature check, and then go into the computers for a guest service leader to check you in. And then when you're in the room, that ministry area serving with the kids, be sure to sanitize your hands often, wear a mask, and practice social distancing whenever possible. Now, I hope that helps. And now to give you a little idea of what services will look like during these different times, let's go to our Associate Kids Pastor, Michaela. So take it away, Pastor Michaela.
Hey everyone, well, as you have just heard, the way that we engage kids and show that we care are a little bit different. So because of that, our services will look a little bit different too. So to give you a glimpse of what services will look like, I'm gonna walk you through a few of those ways that they're gonna be different. Let's start with check-in. Check-in for both kids and workers will include a few added checks. These checks include a ticket check, temperature check, pump of hand sanitizer, and then a stop at a computer where a guest service leader will complete the check-in process. Then during services, nursery will continue as normal with fun and engaging lessons in a classroom. If you're serving in one of our nursery areas, be sure to wear gloves when handling food or changing diapers and sanitize your hands often. In our preschool and elementary areas, services will just be as interactive and engaging as before, with games and activities that kids can participate in, while also practicing social distancing as much as possible. And during service, there will be periodic hand sanitizing stops so kids can sanitize their hands on their way in, during service and on their way out. And then to end the day, checkout will still take place, but for checkout and nursery, try to cut down on the amount of people in the hallway or outside the classrooms. You may have to serve as a hallway monitor and let parents take turns going down the hallway to avoid congestion. And also try to minimize the amount of things to be handed back and forth between you or the parents or the caregivers. One example of this is to have them show you the guardian receipt instead of handing it to you. For checkout in our preschool and elementary areas, we will be doing a curbside checkout where parents or caregivers can pull up to the curb, stay in their car, and show us their curbside checkout sheet they should have received at check-in. Then a guest service leader will page the child to come out. If you're serving in the preschool or elementary areas during checkout, be sure to help kids hear their name, give them one more pump of hand sanitizer, and escort them to the right vehicle. After all that, check-in, services, and checkout, don't leave just yet. Help us reset and get the areas prepped and clean for the next group. Be sure to clean anything touched or used that day. Things like door handles, computers, toys, microphones, light switches, and seats are all things commonly touched, but also commonly looked over. And that is what a service will look like for you and the kids in this different time. But we hope that helps you be ready so we can be ready when our families are ready. That's all for now. Back to you, Pastor Ryan.
All right, well, thanks, Pastor Michaela, and there you have it. So I hope that helps you get ready and know what to expect and answer any questions that you had. I want to thank you again for being a part of the team that's helping us provide opportunities for our kids to find life, freedom, family, and purpose in any situation. And remember, this is a time of learning and making adjustments as we go, so be ready to practice the fruit of love and patience with each other. Now, if you have any questions or concerns or need clarification, don't hesitate to reach out to me or your pastor or director, and we can't wait to see you, hopefully, sooner than later. Adios.